Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to our final episode of Cocktails for a Crisis. Episode 52. Can you believe it? It's been a long time. Tonight, we're going to make a special, extra special drink named after our favorite coated hound, Velvita Shaleberg. Velvita, you've been on camera before, but tonight we're making a cocktail named after her because I don't know how our family would have made it without Velvita. And we got her, almost 51 weeks ago, I guess, or so. We got her at the end of March. And she has just been the best dog ever. And I've loved a lot of dogs, but I don't think I've ever loved one as much as I love Velvita. Every day when I come home, she barks, she comes over and I give her belly scratches and it makes me so happy. I mean, without the crisis, it would have made me happy, but it even made me more happy. When the kids come in, they come and see Vita, they kind of blow us off and they're like, Vita! They're so happy to see her. So Vita, this one is for you. I've made an extra special cocktail just for you that is going to sweep the nation in episode 52 of Cocktails for a Crisis. So friends, I really went all out for you tonight. This is how much I love you. I got my tux on. I got my William M. Hale bow tie on. This was my dad's bow tie. My dad was a portly guy, so he had a big bow tie to make him look not so portly. So it may look a little clownish, but we're thinking of W.M. Hale tonight as we make this one. So lots to say tonight. Probably going to get emotional. I got my Kleenexes right there. Erica's wiping her eyes, but I think it's her allergies. So anyway, I think I'm going to start making this drink, and then I'll say things at the end like I often do. My brother Bill always says, I really like those things you say at the end. So I'll dedicate those remarks to my big brother Bill. Anyway, so the Velvita, and it's Velvita. The Velvita is going to have special significance because it's going to have some ingredients that, an ingredient that I've always loved, Buffalo Trace Bourbon. My dad introduced me to that. And then the two big flavors of the year for the Shalebergs are Cointreau and Benedictine. So I figured out a way to put those in there. And because you can't get enough orange, we're going to have some orange bitters in there as well. So it's pretty tasty, friends. I'm very pleased with this concoction. It's not just significant in terms of the liqueurs we're putting in there, but it tastes good. Erica's nodding her head. We had a test drive last night with some friends, the Harkins, and Tracy said it was the best one she'd ever had. So of the ones we've made anyway. All right, so we're going to do this one without the mixing glass. We're going to try to simplify it. And if you don't have a bottle of Benedictine, you need to go out and get one. It's really not that expensive, $35. You need to go out and get one and have a bottle of Cointreau on hand, of course.
Do not get a bottle of Benedictine and brandy.
Not
a bottle
B&B,
of
but
just
Benedictine. Thanks, Erica. My production staff. I'm dedicating this episode. She was helping me with wardrobe earlier tonight, getting my contacts, not my contacts, but my cufflinks in. So you fill a regular sized cocktail glass with ice, friends, and then we're going to add 2 ounces of Buffalo Trace. And then we're going to add a 1/2 ounce of Benedictine. Get my smaller thing. Take a look at that. You need to go out and get a bottle of this. It's the flavor of the year. It is pretty special. 1/2 ounce of this. And I dialed back the Cointreau. We're only going to put a 1/4 ounce of Cointreau in there because it was a little too sweet because the Benedictine is sweet. So we'll put about a 1/4 ounce of Cointreau. There we go. And then we're going to put a shake of cocktail bitters, orange, because you can't get enough orange. Do 1 shake of that. I tried it with Angostura, but it wasn't nearly as good. And then we're going to top this with club soda, just because that lightens it a little bit. It's not, such a heady, sort of intoxicating kind of drink. Like that. And then we're going to put, I tried orange, but I think lemon, just a little lemon twist will make it, give it a little bit of sour. Just the lemon oil will. And the thing I like about, one of the things I like about this drink is the color, because it's kind of the color of Velvita, if you go back and look at it. So we'll plop that in there like that. So much to say in episode 52. We were talking about some of the themes that kind of recurred in this thing that Eric and I were for. I have a tendency, if you go back and look, to smell everything, because I get as much pleasure out of smelling some of this stuff as I do drinking this stuff. My dad's cocktail spoon, my most prized possession. It's I really like. You can see this one's gotten some use when you look at the dents in the little ball at the end. It's been muddled. I haven't really talked about this one, but my grandfather, Daddy Bill, W.C. Hale, this was a Christmas present we got for him that I was able to, after he died, I was able to get. That's got his initials on there. I remember having a lot of little cocktails before we go out to dinner over at his house, and a lot of happy memories. I remember he got to meet Erica, and he would open up pistachios for her and give her pistachios, and we would have Fritos and pickled asparagus, and just very vivid. We had a couch in there that was at Daddy Bill's house, and so lots of good memories around cocktail hour. For me, it's not really about it's about the taste, it's about the alcohol, but it's sort of about just being with people, I think. Other things that came up, bar sugar. You got to have bar sugar, superfine sugar, Domino's, to kind of dial it up. Demerara sugar. I got some of that, and I really like that flavor. Is another one. It's sort of something that happened this year. Erica reminded me that I like to set stuff on fire, and that was kind of some excitement there. The shaking rules, and stirring for 40 seconds, shaking for at least 20 seconds to get it super cold. That makes it extra tasty. And of course, good ice. Remember, you got to get that store ice that looks pretty. You can always use refrigerator ice to kind of chill things, but that's important. And then, of course, the lab. Spent some time in the lab today getting ready for this one, and yesterday. It was a two lab day thing to try to come up with something special. Well, that does look like Velvita, the color of it. So I guess before we close here, just thinking about COVID joys and cocktails, one of the things that got us through was having people socially distanced on our porch for cocktails, probably on about every Friday or Saturday. And that really got us through. We have some great friends at Bowling Green, and that really has been a good thing that came out of this. I've really enjoyed looking into cocktail books and cocktail history and just kind of focusing on that. It's been great just to see how people have handled this really shitty situation, and I'm reminded of the health professionals. Barbara and I went and got a shot, our COVID vaccine, yesterday, and the National Guards people that were there, and they were so upbeat, these young guys, and the clerks that were there, and the guy that gave us our shot was so upbeat and positive. I heard a great story this morning about a doctor out in California, and how proud he was of his staff, and his staff's ability to manage this situation. And just you think about all the people on the ground that helped us get through this. And what is it, like 500,000 people died? Is that right, Erica? I mean, all these people died, and all these people got sick, and the people that sort of rallied to help everybody. I mean, it was a horrible year, no doubt about it. But it was a year of great love.
And the amazing job teachers have done.
And the amazing job that teachers have done. People at Western Kentucky University, people at the local schools, people, in your local school districts, taking care of students, it just kind of warms your heart to think of those people and how hard it is to try to shift modalities that way. I didn't even know what the word modality was until about a year ago, and I kind of wish I didn't know what it was now. But I'm thankful for all the people I work with every day and all the great, great work that they do. But I guess what I wanted to kind of close with, and it's a little cheesy, but that's been sort of part of the tone of the whole deal, is cocktails is an expression of love. I mean, for me, it's there you go. It's an expression of love. I love to make things for people. I love to bring people joy. I think about the joy that my grandfather and my father and my brothers have brought to me just over a drink. And again, it's not about the alcohol. It's about the love that goes into making something nice for somebody. And I hope I've made some nice things for you. You've made some nice things for me. And I'm really happy that I've had my family to help me get through this. Barbara and Eddie have been great. Just, I think we've gotten closer through this thing. And Erica, my production staff, I'm going to have her kind of join the picture here if she can figure out how to flip the camera so that she's in there. She's not going to do it? Are you going to do it? There you go. There's Erica. I don't know if we're in there or not, but cheers, friends. We love you, and we're done. Bye.